Have you ever found yourself walking into a room and forgetting why you went there? Or perhaps you've noticed that your mind doesn't feel as sharp as it once did? It's a common experience, especially as we age, and it can be frustrating. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to be that way. There are plenty of things you can do to keep your mind sharp and alert as you get older. You've probably heard the phrase, use it or lose it, when it comes to your body. Well, the same is true for your brain. If you don't challenge your mind regularly, it can start to feel a little sluggish. But the good news is, there are simple and enjoyable activities that can help boost your brainpower and keep you feeling sharp, no matter your age. In this video, we'll explore 5 brain-boosting activities that are perfect for anyone over 60. These are activities that you can easily integrate into your daily routine. They don't require a lot of time or equipment, but they can make a world of difference when it comes to keeping your brain engaged and healthy. Let's dive in. First up is something that's not only fun but incredibly effective: reading. Now, I know, we've all heard that reading is good for you, but let's break it down a bit more. Reading is more than just a way to pass the time. It's an excellent exercise for your brain. Every time you read, your brain is working to decode words, understand concepts, and retain information. This mental workout helps improve memory, comprehension, and concentration, all of which are crucial as we age. But here's the thing: not all reading is created equal. Sure, you can read magazines or social media posts, but they don't require the same level of focus or critical thinking as a good book. Fiction, for example, encourages your brain to visualize scenes, empathize with characters, and remember details, all of which work together to keep your brain sharp. So, how do you get started? Find something that interests you, whether it's mystery novels, history, or even self-help books. If reading for long periods feels like a stretch, try audiobooks or e-readers that allow you to adjust the text size. The key is consistency. Even just 15 to 20 minutes a day can make a noticeable difference. Next, let's talk about puzzles. And no, I'm not just talking about the ones you see in the Sunday paper. I'm talking about any kind of brain teaser that challenges your thinking. This could be crosswords, Sudoku, or jigsaw puzzles, whatever gets your brain in gear. Puzzles are fantastic for boosting cognitive function. They challenge your brain in a way that strengthens problem-solving skills and encourages creativity. For example, Sudoku helps improve your logical reasoning, while crosswords can expand your vocabulary and help with memory recall. And here's a fun fact: studies have shown that regularly doing puzzles can even help delay the onset of cognitive decline. If you've never really been into puzzles, that's okay. Start with something simple, and gradually work your way up to more complex challenges. And if you're more of a visual learner, try out jigsaw puzzles. They not only help with spatial awareness but also encourage patience and persistence, both of which are great for your mental health. Now, if reading and puzzles are great for your mind, how about something that's great for your body and mind together? Physical exercise is the next brain-boosting activity we'll talk about. It's no secret that exercise is good for the body, but it turns out that physical activity is also one of the best things you can do for your brain. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that can elevate your mood and reduce stress. But it does more than just that. Regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, which helps improve memory and cognitive function. It can also help with neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to adapt and form new neural connections. This doesn't mean you need to be running marathons or hitting the gym for hours every day. Even light exercise, like walking or swimming, can work wonders for your brain. The key is to stay active consistently, even if it's just for 20 to 30 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be intense, just enough to get your heart rate up and your blood flowing. Now that we've covered reading, puzzles, and physical exercise, let's move on to the next brain-boosting activity. I'm sure you've heard the saying, "You are what you eat," and that holds true when it comes to brain health as well. Nutrition plays a huge role in keeping your brain sharp. Eating a diet rich in brain-boosting foods can help support cognitive function and memory. Next, let's talk about how your diet can influence brain health and the specific foods you can incorporate into your meals to keep your mind at its best. Stay tuned, this is an important one, and we're just getting started. So now that we've covered reading, puzzles, and physical exercise, let's talk about how eating the right foods can make all the difference when it comes to maintaining mental clarity and focus. As we dive into the importance of nutrition, it's essential to understand that what you put into your body directly impacts how well your brain functions. The brain is a demanding organ, and it requires proper fuel to work at its best. So, what are some of the foods that can keep your mind sharp and alert? Let's start with omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s, which are found in foods like fatty fish, think salmon, sardines, and mackerel, walnuts, and flax seeds, are vital for brain health. They help to reduce inflammation in the brain and improve communication between brain cells, which can enhance memory and cognitive function. Studies have shown that people who consume adequate omega-3s have a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. If fish isn't your thing, don't worry. You can still get plenty of omega-3s from plant-based sources like chia seeds and hemp seeds. Incorporating these into your daily diet can be a game-changer when it comes to maintaining brain health. Next up, let's talk about antioxidants, the superheroes of the food world. Foods rich in antioxidants, like berries, spinach, and kale, help protect the brain from oxidative stress and free radicals. These harmful molecules can damage brain cells and contribute to cognitive decline, so eating antioxidant-rich foods can act as a protective barrier for your brain. Berries, in particular, are an excellent choice for seniors. Not only are they packed with antioxidants, but they also contain compounds that help improve communication between brain cells and enhance memory. So, whether it's blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries, adding a handful of berries to your diet each day can provide powerful brain benefits. And here's a fun tip, you can even add berries to your smoothies, yogurt, or oatmeal to make it easier to include them in your diet. The more colorful your plate, the more nutrients you're likely getting, so don't be afraid to experiment with different fruits and vegetables to boost your brain power. Now, let's move on to something that often gets overlooked but is equally important for brain health: hydration. Water is essential for nearly every function in your body, including brain function. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and even memory issues. Keeping yourself well hydrated helps maintain cognitive function and mental clarity. In fact, studies have shown that even mild dehydration can impair short-term memory and focus. So, how much water should you be drinking? While the amount varies depending on factors like activity level and climate, a good rule of thumb is to aim for at least 8 8-ounce glasses of water a day. If you're not a fan of plain water, try infusing it with fruits like lemon, lime, or cucumber to make it more enjoyable. Herbal teas are another great way to stay hydrated while adding extra antioxidants to your diet. But hydration doesn't just come from water, foods with high water content can also help keep you hydrated. Vegetables like cucumbers, celery, and tomatoes, as well as fruits like watermelon and oranges, are excellent choices. So, if you're looking for a refreshing snack or side dish, reach for one of these hydrating foods to keep your brain in tip-top shape. Let's now move on to another crucial brain-boosting activity: social interaction. As we age, it's easy to retreat into isolation, especially if we've lost close friends or family members. However, research has shown that staying socially active is one of the best things you can do for your brain. Engaging in regular social interactions helps stimulate brain activity, improves mood, and lowers the risk of depression and cognitive decline. Whether it's attending a social club, volunteering, or simply having regular conversations with family and friends, socializing gives your brain the exercise it needs to stay sharp. Plus, interacting with others encourages you to think on your feet, problem solve, and engage in meaningful conversations, all of which are fantastic for mental health. You don't need to have a packed social calendar to reap the benefits of social interaction. Even small, consistent interactions with others can have a profound impact on your cognitive function and overall well-being. If you're feeling a bit disconnected, try joining a local hobby group or participating in an online community centered around your interests. The key is to find ways to connect with others regularly, which can significantly improve brain function and emotional health. By incorporating these 4 brain-boosting activities, eating brain-healthy foods, staying hydrated, exercising, and engaging socially, you're already on the right track to keeping your mind sharp and alert. But there's still one more critical activity that can help preserve your cognitive function and keep your brain young: sleep. Sleep is often overlooked when it comes to brain health, but it plays a crucial role in memory consolidation, learning, and overall cognitive performance. In the next part, we'll talk about how sleep impacts brain health and what you can do to improve your sleep quality as you age. Stick around, because this is an essential piece of the puzzle when it comes to maintaining mental sharpness. So, we've covered a lot of ground today with brain-boosting foods, staying hydrated, physical exercise, and the importance of social interaction. Now, let's turn our attention to the vital role sleep plays in keeping your mind sharp. Now that we've talked about the essential brain-boosting activities like exercise, reading, eating the right foods, and socializing, let's focus on something that often gets pushed to the side but is just as crucial: sleep. Sleep is a powerful yet often underestimated tool when it comes to brain health. While you sleep, your brain is incredibly active. It's during these restful hours that your brain consolidates memories, removes toxins, and strengthens neural connections. This process is vital for maintaining cognitive function and mental clarity, especially as we age. You might have noticed that when you don't get enough sleep, your brain feels foggy, and you have trouble concentrating. Well, it's not just in your head. A lack of sleep can impair both short-term and long-term memory, hinder decision-making, and even make it harder to recall familiar information. As you get older, sleep becomes even more important because it directly impacts your ability to learn, remember, and even solve problems. So, how do you improve your sleep quality? First, aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. It might sound simple, but as we age, we often struggle with either falling asleep or staying asleep through the night. Creating a consistent sleep schedule can help your body's internal clock stay in sync, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up at the same time each day. If you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, try to avoid looking at your phone or watching TV, as the blue light from screens can interfere with your body's natural production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. Instead, try calming activities like reading, meditating, or listening to soft music to help you fall back asleep. Another factor to consider is sleep environment. Make sure your bedroom is as conducive to rest as possible. Keep the room cool, quiet, and dark, and invest in a comfortable mattress and pillows. A comfortable environment can make all the difference in how well you sleep, and a good night's rest can go a long way in improving brain function. While sleep is crucial, it's important to note that napping can also play a role in keeping your brain sharp. Short naps, between 10 and 30 minutes, can help recharge your brain and boost your mood. But be careful not to nap too late in the day, as it can interfere with your nighttime sleep. So, as we wrap up today's video, let's quickly review the 5 brain-boosting activities that can help keep your mind sharp and alert as you age. First, regular reading helps exercise your brain and improves memory. Second, doing puzzles stimulates your mind and enhances cognitive function. Third, physical exercise increases blood flow to your brain, boosting memory and overall brain health. Fourth, maintaining good nutrition, particularly by eating omega-3 rich foods and antioxidant-packed fruits and vegetables, nourishes your brain. Fifth, staying socially engaged reduces the risk of cognitive decline and fosters emotional well-being. And finally, sleep is crucial for memory consolidation and cognitive function, so prioritize rest to keep your mind sharp. Remember, it's not about doing everything all at once. Start small, pick 1 or 2 activities, and gradually incorporate them into your daily routine. Every little step counts, and these simple habits can have a profound impact on your brain health. And here's the thing, it's never too late to start. Whether you're 60, 70, or beyond, it's always a good time to improve your brain health and live a vibrant, engaged life. So, give these activities a try, and watch how they make a difference in your mental clarity, memory, and overall well-being. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. Which brain-boosting activity are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who could benefit. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips on living your best life at any age. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, no matter your age, there's always something you can do to keep your mind sharp and your life full of energy. Here's to living your best life, at any age.